Hello, welcome to another video. Welcome to a new series called Your Budget My Way. So basically what happens is you DM me, or whenever I open up more slots, I'm going to put it on my Instagram stories and say, okay guys, I'm choosing the next 5 people to record videos on your budget. I will change your name just so we can keep it anonymous, but in that way you can watch your numbers on YouTube and use that to budget and probably set goals for the future. And it will be nice to have someone to keep you accountable who is using your actual numbers. But also what's nice is some other people will relate to it, because maybe not everyone can relate to my budget, but maybe they will relate to yours. So it's a nice series that I am starting, and I really hope this works out for everyone. Let me know if you enjoyed it on the comment down below, but also by giving it a thumbs up. Now, if you are wanting me to also do this for you, look out for the Instagram stories when I do post that. Okay, I'm opening up more slots for more people, and then you can just put your email and I will email you the worksheets to fill in. But if you are wanting a more in-depth one-on-one, a video call with me, for me to create a whole spreadsheet for you, that is obviously at a cost, and that is linked below, where you can book a one-on-one with me, and I will obviously have a video call and explain everything directly with you. But this one is just me recording a YouTube video and then sharing the link with you and everyone, but also keeping it anonymous and private. Hope that makes sense, and I really hope we enjoy this series. So it's called Your Budget But My Way. So how would I budget your numbers? So today's budget is for someone called Diana. I have made the name up again. So Diana's budget is right here with me. She has submitted everything. The first thing we're going to look at for Diana is her story. Then we're going to look at her why, and then her goals, and then lastly her budget. Once we have looked at all 4 of those top things, we are then going to start the budget. So this is her story. This budget was very unique to me because she doesn't have any debt. So it was a very unique budget, I guess, for me, because usually the budgets I get have debt they're trying to pay off and they want to be free from debt. But with this one, let's read her story and get to understand what is Diane looking for. Why does she want Norma's help? And how would I budget this if this was my situation? So this is her story. I'm currently doing my internship and get financial support from my family. My major bills are covered, such as housing and food, as I reside at home. My responsibility areas follows maintaining my car, personal grooming, entertainment, and savings towards launching out of home in 2025. My current savings is as follows to date. Emergency fund, she has saved 5,000 Rand. Investment starter pocket, 5,000 Rand. She also added this amount can be exhausted towards a big purchase as well. Rental pocket, 4,500 Rand. So her goal, her target is to get to 10,000 Rand. Cash stuffing for December, 1,000 Rand. Her target is 2,000 Rand. I'm assuming she is saving for Christmas. Car related maintenance, 200 Rand that she has currently saved. She's saving for her disc renewal in December 2024, so this year. The biggest challenges I face is tapping into my savings and having to replace it every month, which affects my exposed income. Family and friends loaning money from me, even though they pay back the loans, I feel like they impose and make me feel guilty when I don't assist them. Spending habits, I love Guess. Is it Aldo? Aldo, I'm gonna say Aldo. Is there such also? I'm guessing it's Aldo. Steve Maiden, items. This has resulted in me spending almost 40% of my income on one item. So she's put in brackets, why did I buy a 2,000 Rand bag? So she knows where her problem is, her challenges are, and she looks back and asks herself, why did I just do that? And she's just wanting to get help with stop doing that. My takeaway expenditure is high. I spend approximately 200 Rand weekly on coffee, cafe at work, solo dates. Split pockets of funds. I find that it works for me and tracking, but I have been told it is not the best nor secure. I use 2 banks to save my funds. And then in red there she has put, please note this budget is for a 27-year-old female residing at home, no children, no debt at all. All I am trying to do is save as much as possible to secure myself when I launch out of home, put in place good sound financial habits. Okay, so that is Diane's story. Who can relate with that story? And this is her why. My current goal is to build some saving for accommodation next year. Once I am retained after my internship, my plan is to save at least 10,000 Rand in 2024 for deposits and any other fees. Obviously, this goal is based on the condition that I secure permanent employment. I made a decision to cap my emergency savings to 5,000 Rand as I don't have any major expenses. Hopefully in the near future, I will be able to potentially grow this account accordingly. Please advise if this is a good decision. Okay, so this is what she's working towards, saving 10,000 Rand so that she can move out and go into a new apartment, and also to save 5,000 Rand on an emergency fund. Righty, let's have a look at her savings goals that she has put over there and how she's going to get there basically. So she's saving for her to rent to get a place. She wants to make sure she's got 10,000 Rand saved for that, which could be for a deposit and maybe other things that you will need when you move in, because there's also a key payment, a utility payment, and all of that. So if I was Diana, I would start by making my research now. What is it that I need? How much is the apartment that I need? So let's say, for example, the apartment is 5,000 Rand. It means I need another 5,000 Rand on top for deposits, which means it's 10,000. So that's already how much she wants to save. But then there's also the utility payments that you put down, and also a key payments and some other little payments. So do the research of where you're moving or where you're wanting to move, your ideal location or complex or whatever it is, and find out what other payments do they require, and then set that as a goal so that when you've saved that amount, when you're moving in, you are all set to just move in. You're not like looking for 2,000 Rand now because of utilities and key that needs 2,000 Rand or whatever it is. So that is her rental goal currently, which is 10,000 Rand, and she needs this by December 2024, which means in 7 months that she's put there. So it's currently June, so I'm guessing pay end of June, July, August, September, October, November, and then December pay, so 7 months. Monthly saving, she's going to save around 700 to 1,200 Rand a month. It will just depend, I'm assuming. Then there is car service or car maintenance. She wants to save 3,000 Rand by April 2025, and she's got 11 months to go, and she hasn't saved anything as yet there. And a staycation, so she's wanting to just spoil herself and treat herself to go somewhere, and she's hoping to save 5,000 Rand for that by March 2025, which means she's got 10 months to go, and she hasn't saved anything as yet as well over there. But also I know that she has an emergency fund, and so we should add emergency fund there, and also add the cash stuffing for December. So I'm gonna say also add Christmas, which I'm gonna assume December is for Christmas, unless maybe her birthday's in December, but I'm just gonna call it Christmas for now. Okay, so this is now her budget. So she's got a salary that comes in her account on the 26th of each month of 6,670. Then she's got an allowance. She did mention there that she gets financial support from her family. So I'm assuming that allowance is from the family of 2,000 Rand, and she gets that on the 20th. Then she gets stokvel interest of 400 Rand. I'm not sure what is that, but it is the income she receives. In total, she gets 9,070 a month to work on for her finances, for her budget basically. These are her bills. She's got car insurance for her car, which is 360 Rand 25 cents a month, and that is deducted on the 27th. And then she's got an electricity bill. I'm guessing it's her contribution at home. Yes, it is her home contribution of 500 Rand on the 20th. Then petrol of 1,400 Rand for the month. Cash stuffing of 200 Rand. Toll gate 500 Rand. Personal grooming, which I'm assuming is beauty, of 500 Rand. Social life 500 Rand, so that's her going out, her coffees. Savings of 1,200 Rand. And gym membership of 320, and then she puts 100 Rand at church to tithe every month. Okay, so this is Diane's budget. This is her story. These are her numbers, and this is her goal. And this is how I would do her budget if I had the same story and numbers. First of all, her income is, so she's got a salary that comes in of 6,670. And then she has an allowance of 2,000 Rand. Okay, and then she has stokvel interest of 400 Rand. Okay, so this is the income, and in total her income is 9,070. Okay, so she's working with 9,070 Rand. Then I'm going to write down her fixed expenses. So her first fixed expense is her car insurance. So her car insurance is 360, 25 cents. And she's then got her gym membership. And her gym membership is 320. And she's got her church, which is 100 Rand. So these are her fixed expenses. So in total, what are we looking at here is 360, 25 plus 320 plus 100 is 780, 25 cents. Okay, so now if I minus the income of 9,070, we are left with 8,200. I'm just going to find a different color pen. So we've got remaining 8,289.75 cents to work with after the fixed expenses have gone out. Okay. So now after the fixed expenses have gone out, let's calculate her variable expenses, which is electricity. Okay, and her electricity is 500 Rand contribution. And then she's got petrol, which is 1,400 Rand. And then she's got toll gate. So her toll gate is 500 Rand.
What? Let me eat something.
Then she's got grooming, I'm just gonna call it beauty, of 500 Rand. And social life of 500 Rand as well. Okay, so in total, we've got 500 plus 1,400 plus 500 plus 500 plus 500. Variable expenses in total are 3,400 Rand. Okay, so these are her non-negotiable spendings. She has to basically spend her money on these bills here, which in total, so if we subtract the 3,400 Rand from variable expenses, she now has remaining 8289 75 4,889.75 cents remaining to work with. 4,889.75 cents. Okay, and then now let's have a look at her goals. So we've covered her fixed expenses. She has to pay for her car insurance. She has to pay for her gym membership, and also she has to tithe at church. Those are important to her. But also other important payments that do change month to month are the variable expenses. So she has to cover these. But you know, petrol is not always going to be exactly 1,400 Rand, so it does change. That's why it's a variable expense. But in total, this is her budget for her variable expenses, and then this is what she has left to work with for her goals. Her goal is to move out. Okay, what I would recommend now, let's have a look at her story again. If you remember her story, she said she's got an emergency fund already, 5,500 Rand saved on emergency fund. And then she's got an investment starter pocket of 5,000 Rand. And then she's got a rental pocket of 4,500 Rand, and her goal is 10,000 Rand. What I would do, this is just me going to be showing you how I would tackle this. So she's got a goal for her rental, and her goal is to save 10,000, and she has currently saved 4,500 Rand. What I would do is I will take the amount from emergency fund and add it onto this. And then I have already 9,500 Rand saved for rental. And all she has to save when she gets paid in June is 500 Rand. So she currently needs 500 Rand, which will help her get to 10,000. Okay, so that is for rental. That's what I would do. So rental, the goal should be 500 Rand. Then now she's got emergency, and she's got car maintenance, car service, and she's got vacation or staycation, I don't know. Vacation. And then she's got Christmas, December. I'm a big believer of giving your savings names. So emergency fund is perfect. Car service is also perfect. Vacation, it's also good. Give it a name. So if it's going to Kruger National Park, write down Kruger National Park. Like December, don't just say December, actually put it as Christmas or birthday or wedding or whatever is happening in Christmas that you require the 2,000 Rand from. So I'm going to call it Christmas from now. And then let's calculate how much she will have saved. So emergency fund, we are now starting from basically scratch this month. I recommend, because if we take that 4,800 Rand that is remaining, let's get the calculator here. So we've got 4,889 remaining. If we subtract the 500 Rand that will go into rental. We are now left with 4,389 Rand to work with. But we have met our target for rental. Now we are just working on these 4. So for emergency fund, I believe she can put in 1,500 Rand, and I'm going to show you why. So minus 1,500. So we left with 28. So let me just write this down. So 1,500 Rand. And then car maintenance. So if we have a look at her goal over here was to save 3,000 Rand in 11 months. So if I take 3,000 Rand and divide it by 11, actually divide it by 10, it's 300 Rand a month. So I'm going to say let's save 300 Rand and then we will have reached our goal in 10 months. So minus 300. Let's move this here. So minus 300, we left with 2,500 Rand for our goals. And then vacation, she wants to save 5,000 Rand in 10 months. So she has to start with 500 Rand, because if we take 5,000 divided by 10 equals to 500 Rand. So minus 500. Okay, and then Christmas. She wants to save 2,000 Rand for Christmas, and she said she cash stuff 200 Rand each month. So we're still going to keep it at the 200 Rand, because if we say 200 Rand times 5 months, so June, July, August, September, October, by November, we would have saved the 1,000 Rand that she needs to help meet her target of 2,000 Rand, because she has currently saved 1,000 Rand so far. So Christmas is fine at 200 Rand. Minus 200. But now we have 1,800 Rand left. Now this is what I recommend she does with the amount that she has left. I recommend that she adds furniture, because let's be real, when you move out, there's some hidden cost that people don't tell you about that you will need to have planned for. In her furniture saving fund, pocket, envelope, whatever she will use, I recommend she puts in 1,000 a month. So 1,800 Rand minus 1,000, she is now left with 8,889 Rand. Okay, so I'm gonna put here remaining is 800. Did I say 8,000? Goodness me, 800, sorry. 889 Rand is remaining. In total, how much has she saved? I'm going to calculate all her savings for the month of June. 500 plus 1,500. Sorry. 500 plus 1,500 plus 300 plus 500 plus 200 plus 1,000. So 4,000 Rand is going to go to savings. Rand to savings, basically. Okay, so the amount is 4,000. And what is left is 8,800. 8,000. Goodness me, why do I keep saying that? It's 889 Rand that is left. But now what does she do with the 889 Rand? Remember, she said she's got a problem with her spending habits. She loves her takeaways and she loves her shopping and things like that. I would recommend that she creates another envelope here for shopping. So let's say add shopping, and maybe let's say add 500 Rand into the shopping envelope. and you can use that for December or whenever to buy yourself that expensive thing that you want to buy. Or even change the shopping name, change it to Guess bag or Chanel perfume or whatever it is that you like. But you know that you're working towards whatever you want. You don't have to spend because it's going to interrupt your goals, because all your goals will now have names. If you take the 1,000 here, you've taken away a furniture, you've taken away a couch, you've taken away a TV, you've taken away something from your future apartment. So now that it has a name, it's psychologically going to make it hard for you to dab into it. So this is why it's important to give your savings a name. Okay, so this is what I would work with. So 500 Rand into shopping, and then 300 Rand will be to miscellaneous. 300 Rand. If it happens that you end up getting that coffee, imagine you already have that social life. So try and use the social life on that coffee and going out. But if it does happen because you're still new to like starting this way of budgeting, you do have 300 Rand on miscellaneous as well. So now let me clean this up for you so that you can see exactly what have I done, because it looks all over the show right now. I've got my sheet over here. The font is quite small, but I'm going to bring it close to you. So the first expense is gym. And car insurance, and church. Okay, so these are her expenses. And how much does she pay for that? Gym is 320. Car insurance is 360, 25 cents. And then church is 100 Rand. Okay, so in total there we have 780, 25 cents. Then there is electricity, petrol, toll gates, beauty, social life. Now how much we're spending on that? Electricity is 500, 1,400 Rand on petrol, toll gate is 500, beauty is 500, and social life is 500. In total there we have spent 3,400 Rand. Then there is your savings, so your goals of rental, and then there is emergency fund, and then there is car maintenance, and then there's vacation, Christmas, and furniture. Okay, and that is 500 Rand this month. Emergency fund will be 1,500 Rand. Car maintenance will be 300 Rand. Vacation will be 500 Rand. Christmas will be 200 Rand. And then furniture will be 1,000 Rand. And in total, that is 4,000 Rand. Okay, and then if we calculate all of these together, so total bills and expenses, so we're going to take the 4,000 Rand from savings, plus the 3,400 Rand from variable expenses, plus the 780.25 cents from fixed expenses, is 8,180.25 cents. So total $8,180.25. So the income that she's working with was $9,070.12. And if you minus that, the income from the bills, she has 889 Rand left to work with. $889.87 to work with. And remember, we said we are going to put the 500 Rand now into shopping. So I'm going to add the shopping over here. So shopping and miscellaneous. Okay, so shopping, let's put away 500 Rand or buy a voucher for 500 Rand, a guest voucher or whatever shop that you want, Forever New or things like that. And miscellaneous, we're going to leave it at 300 Rand. So in total, that is 800 Rand. So if we put the 800 Rand here, it means we have just 89 Rand 87 cents remaining on the checking account, and you can just leave it like that. Also, what I want to add here is how much have you saved so far. So I'm going to put it over here. So total saved so far. So for rental, when you add, or when Diana adds the 500 Rand to the rental, remember the rental, we said we're going to take the emergency fund of 5,000 Rand and add it to how much she has currently saved on the rental of 4,500 Rand, and that will be 9,500 Rand, which means if she adds 500 Rand end of June when she gets paid on the 26th, she will then have saved 10,000 and have reached the goal. So we can tick that one. She is done with that, and she can just leave it on that pocket so that it can get some interest. And then emergency fund, when she started with 1,500 Rand, she would have saved 1,500 Rand in total. Car maintenance, 300 Rand in total. Vacation, 500 Rand in total. Christmas will be on 1,200 Rand, because remember she had already saved the 1,000 Rand already. Furniture will be sitting on 1,000 Rand in total. Shopping will be sitting on 500 Rand in total, and then obviously miscellaneous. So in total she would have saved 10,000 plus 1,500 plus 300 plus 500 plus 1,200 plus 1,000 plus 500. 15,000 Rand would have been what she has saved in total for her goals. Okay, and that is amazing. So now on her savings plan, so I've got this worksheet here called savings plan. She can put goal number 1, which obviously she's not going to put rental because she's already reached her rental goal. So her next goal number 1 is her emergency fund. So emergency fund. Target date for this goal. Did she put a target date? She didn't really put a target date. She said, I made a decision to cap my emergency fund on 5,000 Rand as I don't have major expenses. I'm going to assume she wants to save this by December, just because she's going to be trying to move out by January. So I'm going to say Jan 25. Amount that is needed is 5,000 Rand. And months to go is it 6? I think 6 months. And monthly amount we have decided on is 1,500 Rand. So if I times the 1,500 Rand by 6, times 6, she would have saved 9,000 Rand. Okay, so that is goal number 1. Goal number 2, she can decide when she's done with the 5,000 Rand and doesn't want to carry on saving into the emergency fund, she can move the 1,500 Rand to another goal and finish those goals quickly. So it's going to be up to her. Goal number 2 is the car maintenance. So the car maintenance, and she wants to have this by April 2025. The amount she needs for this is 3,000 Rand. And months to go, it's 11. Monthly amount is 300 Rand. So 300 Rand times 11 equals times 11, 3,300. Okay, and then the next goal for her is the vacation. And vacation, she has a target date for the vacation of March 25. Sorry, my battery is flicking, so I'm trying to be as quick as possible, and my handwriting is getting very bad because I'm trying to write fast. The amount she needs for vacation is 5,000 Rand. And the months to go for that is 10 months. And if she saves the 500 Rand in 10 months, she would have saved 5,000. Okay, and another goal is Christmas that she needs by December. And another one that I have added for her is furniture. And let's say for furniture, when she moves out, I'm not sure when is that. Again, she said it will depend on her getting a full-time job. So I'm just going to say January 25, because that's when she is hoping she can move out. And the amount needed for that, I don't know. Months to go till January 25 is it 6 months? Wait, what is it? June now, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. So it's actually 8 months. I'm counting June because she's going to get paid in June. 8 months. And if she saves the 1,000 times the 8 months, she'll have 8,000 Rand ahead on her goals. And if I was Diana, this is exactly how I would do her budget. I really hope that this was helpful, eye-opening, and Diana, if you are watching, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, so everyone else who is watching, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you found some insights, and also setting goals and giving your budget goals a name is very important. At the end of the day, while you are doing your budget, you also have to ask yourself, what is my priorities? Why is this important to me? And is shopping and buying all these bags going to help me reach my goal? And if the answer is no, then you know what to do. I really pray that this has helped you have an idea of what it's going to look like in the future if I set plans and I stick to it consistently and I focus on what is important to me than what is flashy and luxurious for now. And I always say it's okay to live a luxury life on a budget. So for example, I have a Smeg kettle that I bought I wanted that kettle. It's a very expensive 3,000 Rand kettle, but I saved for it. So it's okay to live a luxury life, but just save for it. And you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck or go in it to live a luxury life. You can just plan for it and save for it, be more wise as the Proverbs 31 woman, and make decisions that are going to help you reach your goals, but also going to set you up for success for the future. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumb up, subscribe. I'm so close to like 8,000. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed already. See you on the next one.